Okay, so my name is Dennis Brown. I'm Senior Vice President of SAP Imagineering, and we're based out in California, in Palo Alto.
Why did SAP develop Personas?
So obviously we spend a lot of time with our customers, and we have been in conversations for many decades now about how to extend the reach, relevance, and value that they're getting out of their SAP investments. And one of those inhibitors to extending the reach of SAP has been usability. Now, traditionally we've got power users that are very efficient and proficient in the use of SAP transactions, but we're seeing with younger people coming into the workforce, they have very high expectations because they're exposed to things like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and other consumer web experiences, and they expect to be able to get that when they come into work in the morning. And that forcing function really, put us squarely into this topic area of how can we unleash the power of SAP without disrupting the core, without disrupting the platform, and yet bring consumer-grade experiences to the forefront. And therefore, we basically spent some time in my team in the Imagineering basically noodling on it and figuring out whether we could actually do this without the disruption, without the open heart surgery, rip and replace of the technology stacks and so on. And Personas then is the result of that effort. So now we have the ability to address roughly 16,000 discrete SAP transactions. Anything you can do in the SAP GUI today, you can address it now with SAP Screen Personas, and allows a person with PowerPoint skills, point, click, drag and drop, no domain expertise, you don't have to know how to spell ABAP in order to be able to change the screens to make them fit your needs. So it's kind of like a tailored suit for each individual person in your enterprise now is possible using Personas. So you will go and sit down with your end users, listen to what their requirements are in terms of how they want to reduce the number of tabs, the number of fields they have to interact with, and how to reconfigure or relay out the screens that are more appealing and more transactional oriented for the person, focused. And then within a few minutes you basically start maneuvering things around the screens and hit save, and before you leave the desk, potentially the user is exactly where they wanted to be before the session started. And that's quite a transformation as we see it. It used to take weeks or months in some cases to sit down, do an analysis, go away, do a lot of heavy lifting, coding and modifications with the ABAP backend and stuff like that to get the user where they needed to be. Now you can basically do it in a matter of minutes.